The next day, searchers followed the tracks to the edge of the woods. There, under a huge Siberian pine, they found the first two bodies. Yuri Krivonishenko and Yuri Doroshenko were shoeless and dressed only in their underwear. Their hands were burned, and the remains of a small fire were nearby. Branches on the pine tree were broken up to 5 meters high, suggesting someone had frantically climbed it, maybe to get a look at the camp, or maybe to escape something on the ground. Between that tree and the camp, they found the next 3 bodies: Igor Dyatlov, Zina Kolmogorova and Rustem Slobodin. They were found at intervals, their bodies frozen in poses that suggested they were desperately trying to crawl back to the tent. They were dressed a bit better, but still without proper winter gear. The medical exam concluded they had all died of hypothermia. Slobodin also had a small crack in his skull, but at the time it wasn't considered a fatal wound. For 2 long months, no one knew what happened to the other 4 hikers. Then, on May 4th, as the snow began to melt, their bodies were found in a ravine buried under 13 feet of snow, about 250 feet from the pine tree. And it was these last 4 that turned this tragedy into a true enigma. These weren't simple cases of freezing to death. The injuries were catastrophic. Nikolai Thibault Brignol had a massive skull fracture. Semyon Zolotaryov and Lyudmila Dubinina both had crushed chests with multiple broken ribs. A doctor who examined them said the force needed to cause these injuries was like being hit by a car and couldn't have been inflicted by another person. And here's the strangest part. These devastating internal injuries had almost no external wounds. It was as if they had been crushed by some immense invisible pressure, and it got even more grotesque.